Hello, this is FASTECH. Prior to the detailed product description, let me briefly introduce the FASTECH EtherCAT product line. Here is a brand called Ezi-SERVO. Ezi-SERVO is a closed-loop stepping system product line. And there is a brand called Ezi-STEP. Ezi-STEP is an open-loop micro-stepping system product line. Lastly, the brand Ezi-IO is an I/O module product line, including digital I/O module, analog I/O module, and counter module. So, FASTECH EtherCAT product line has the Ezi-SERVO brand of the closed-loop stepping system, the Ezi-STEP brand of the open-loop micro-stepping system, and the Ezi-IO brand of the I/O module. Let's take a look at each product brand one by one. First, Ezi-SERVO brand. Ezi-SERVO brand has 5 products, including Ezi-SERVO II EtherCAT, a standard type of closed-loop stepping system. Ezi-SERVO II EtherCAT Mini, a mini drive type. The 4-axis drive type Ezi-SERVO II EtherCAT 4X and the 8-axis drive type Ezi-SERVO II EtherCAT 8X. And Ezi-SERVO II EtherCAT All, an all-in-one type that combines a motor, a high-resolution encoder, a drive and EtherCAT network. Next, Ezi-STEP brand. Ezi-STEP brand has 3 products including Ezi-STEP II EtherCAT, a standard type of open-loop micro-stepping system. Ezi-STEP II EtherCAT Mini, a mini drive type. And Ezi-STEP II EtherCAT 4X, a 4-axis drive type. Finally, Ezi-IO brand. Ezi-IO brand has 3 products including digital I/O module, analog I/O module, and counter module. So, FASTECH has a total of 11 EtherCAT products. Since there are various types of products, FASTECH can provide EtherCAT Total Solutions. Among 11 types of products, I'd like to introduce the mini type of closed-loop stepping system, Ezi-SERVO II EtherCAT Mini. First of all, I will explain the combination model name of Ezi-SERVO II EtherCAT Mini product. In the example model name, EC means the product using the EtherCAT network, and MI stands for mini, which means a mini-size drive product. 42 means 42 mm motor flange size, and XL means motor length. A means a product with 10,000 ppr encoder applied. BK means that a brake is attached on the motor, and PN05 means that a planetary gearbox is attached on the motor. You can select the motor from NEMA 8, 20 mm size motor to NEMA 24, 60 mm size motor. Motor length is the length of the motor body excluding the motor shaft, and you can select small, medium, large, and extra large length. The length you can select depends on the motor size. The encoder resolution can also be selected as shown in the table. Gearbox and brake specifications are also available. Gearboxes are planetary gearboxes, and gear ratio can be selected as shown in the table. The brake is a non-excitation type that activates when the power goes off. For example, you can use it to prevent the Z-axis load from falling. Please refer to the catalog for details. Next, let's check the features of Ezi-SERVO II EtherCAT Mini products. Ezi-SERVO II EtherCAT Mini is an EtherCAT-based closed-loop stepping system product. Ezi-SERVO II EtherCAT Mini can be installed in a narrow space using a compact drive, so you can save space. The size of Ezi-SERVO II EtherCAT Mini drive is 1/3 the size of the EtherCAT standard type drive. The size is similar to the size of a business card. Also, Ezi-SERVO II EtherCAT Mini's compact size allows direct installation on the robot. So, wiring can be reduced. Thus, you can save space and the wiring would be simple. Space saving and less wiring can reduce cost. Actual examples will be explained later. Next, it supports CIA402 drive profile, a standard profile for drive motion control. It supports CSP mode that controls the position of the slave, by receiving the target position from the master every cycle. And profile position mode, which is a general point-to-point movement command, and homing mode, which is an origin search command. Also, the minimum cycle time is 0.25 milliseconds. The cycle time is the time required for communication between the master and the slave. And the minimum cycle time is the time it takes for the slave to receive, process, and respond to a packet. In general, the minimum cycle time of stepping motor drives on the market is 0.5 milliseconds, but FASTECH's product has a shorter minimum cycle time of 0.25 milliseconds. Then, why is the minimum cycle time important? For example, in synchronous control, if the cycle time is short, smooth and high precision control is possible, but if the cycle time is long, smooth operation is not possible. Depending on the requirements of the machine, stepping motors and servo motors are often used together. In this case, the cycle time should be used in accordance with the longer one. For example, even if the minimum cycle time of the master and the servo drive is 0.25 milliseconds. If the cycle time of the step drive is 0.5 milliseconds, the minimum cycle time should be 0.5 milliseconds. Therefore, many companies are trying to reduce the minimum cycle time for high-precision motion control. Next, Ezi-SERVO EtherCAT Mini is compatible with various EtherCAT master controllers. These are FASTECH's EtherCAT products listed on the EtherCAT Technology Group, the world's largest EtherCAT organization. If you access the official site of ETG with this address and search FASTECH, you can see that FASTECH's 4 types of EtherCAT slave products are on the list. The rest of the EtherCAT products will be updated in the future. ETG, the Worldwide EtherCAT Association, was founded in Germany by Beckhoff, the creator of EtherCAT. FASTECH has received compatibility verification at ETC, the EtherCAT Test Center, which is an affiliate of ETG, and verifies the compatibility of EtherCAT products. Currently, only Ezi-SERVO EtherCAT, the standard type product, has received official compatibility certification, but the functions based on this compatibility certification have been applied to Ezi-SERVO EtherCAT Mini products. As you checked before, although Ezi-SERVO EtherCAT has completed the compatibility verification and received the official certification, it doesn't prove the compatibility with each manufacturer's EtherCAT master. Thus, in cooperation with FASTECH and the major EtherCAT master companies, compatibility verification between master and slave based on CIA402, a standard profile for EtherCAT drive motion control, has been completed, which is a distinctive feature of FASTECH EtherCAT products. By the compatibility test with each master company, the connection method and the operation of the EtherCAT function with various masters were verified. The verification results I mentioned before are summarized in a table. These are conformance test reports and connection manuals for each master. The demonstration of FASTECH EtherCAT products was delivered to each master company and the master company directly conducted the conformance test. In the case of the conformance test report, it was written after verifying the normal operation of Ezi-SERVO EtherCAT based on CIA402 with each master. The connection manual contains the ESI file registration method, and master and slave connection method. First, here's the example of the actual conformance test report. This is a report written after testing the FASTECH EtherCAT slave by a master company called Trio Motion Technology in the UK. Each evaluation item applied to the test was taken directly from the CIA402 drive profile, which is a standard profile for drive motion control. For example, if you look at this part, you can check the test items for drive status control, operation enable, operation disable and error codes of CIA402 drive profile. Tests were conducted for each evaluation item, and this is the result. Therefore, if this conformance test report is delivered to customers using the Trio Master, they can use FASTECH EtherCAT products without worrying about compatibility. If you need these compatibility test reports, please contact FASTECH Customer Center with this phone number, or sales@fastech-motions.com, and we will send you the report. Next, let's look at the connection manual example. This is the connection manual for MC4N, the EtherCAT master of Trio and FASTECH EtherCAT slave. The connection manual contains the ESI file registration method, and master and slave connection method. If you set the connection according to this manual, you can connect the master and slave easily and without problems, and without reading the connection manual of the master. And, EtherCAT connection manual with each master can be downloaded from FASTECH website. If you access the following address and place the mouse pointer on the Downloads tab of the homepage, an item called Quick Download appears. Click on the item to display a list of products. Click the Network Manual button of the Ezi-SERVO EtherCAT Mini product among the products in the list to download the connection manual for each master. The manual of Trio's MC4N master, which I set as an example earlier, can also be downloaded here. Also, a high-resolution encoder is attached to enable precise position control. It depends on the motor size, but up to 20,000 ppr resolution encoders can be used. Due to the characteristic of the stepping motor, it does not require a separate gain tuning, which can reduce maintenance effort. For example, you can just power on the motor and operate it without gain tuning. Since the holding torque is large, there is no vibration after stopping compared to the servo. In general, when controlling a stepping motor, motor heat is a problem because the maximum current flows regardless of the load, but since Ezi-SERVO controls the current according to the load like a servo, it can relatively suppress heat generation compared to the conventional stepping motors. So far, we have looked at the features of Ezi-SERVO EtherCAT Mini. In the next chapter, among the features introduced earlier, we will introduce an example of space, wiring, cost reduced by Mini-type drive, which is the most differentiated feature of Mini products through video. First, to explain space savings, wiring savings, and cost reduction, I will show you a 7-axis robot as an example. In general, to operate 7 motors installed to a robot, 7 motor cables, 7 encoder cabled are needed. There were a lot of wires because a total of 14 cables had to be connected to the drive installed in the control box. In addition, a separate control box for the drive was required, taking up space. If it is replaced with the mini drive Ezi-SERVO EtherCAT Mini and Ezi-SERVO EtherCAT All, a motor, high-resolution encoder, drive and EtherCAT network all in one product. As a result, space saving and less wiring are possible. The product names used in this demonstration are as follows. First, because the mini drive is small and lightweight, it can be installed directly on the robot body. Of the 7-axis, Ezi-SERVO II EtherCAT Mini is applied to both the hollow and gripper axis. Therefore, the distance between the motor and the drive is very short, so it is possible to wire the motor cable and encoder cable very short. Let's look at the Mini-type drive Ezi-SERVO II EtherCAT Mini's part more closely. The drive connected to the hollow shaft motor is attached directly to this part, and the drive applied to the gripper shaft is attached directly to this part. This is the part applied to the gripper axis. The encoder cable is connected like this, and the motor cable is connected like this. You can check that the cable wiring is short because the distance between the motor and the drive is close. In addition, there is no need to wire a motor and an encoder because an Ezi-SERVO II EtherCAT an all-in-one product that combines a motor, high-resolution encoder, drive and EtherCAT network, is applied to 5 out of 7 axes. Therefore, when using the mini drive Ezi-SERVO II EtherCAT Mini and the all-in-one drive motor, there is no need for a separate control box. The actual wiring is only one EtherCAT communication line from the EtherCAT master and a 24-volt power line. In conclusion, since the cable wiring is reduced, there is a great effect of reducing the cost and preventing malfunction due to wiring. For reference, recently, the size of smartphone-related equipment is small and there are many motors. So wiring and space are becoming more important. Finally, I will explain another case applied in actual machine. If you look at the picture, a total of 16 axes are applied. When using existing standard drives, a separate space was required for the drive installation. In addition, because the size of the drive was large, it was not possible to install the drive close to the motor. The cable length from the drive to the motor is long, making wiring complicated. From each drive, 16 motor cables and 16 encoder cables are connected, so a total of 32 cable bundles must be wired on the motor side. If you look at the photo on the right, 12 axes of mini drive are applied to the machine. In this case, the distance between the motor and the drive is so close that the cable length is shortened. So there is no need for a separate space for drive installation as in the left. Therefore, the cable length is shortened and wiring is reduced, which can result in cost reduction. So far, we have introduced Ezi-SERVO II EtherCAT Mini. On the FASTECH website www.fastech-motions.com, you can download product-related materials such as catalogs, manuals, drawings, and watch demonstration videos, and webinars. Also, if you search FASTECH on YouTube, you can see more than 100 demonstration and webinar videos. Thank you for listening.